a hot shot from the jiu-jitsu world. And, you know, if he is, then good for him. Apparently, he's one of the best in the world, which is amazing, which is incredible. You know, obviously, it has a lot of skill. But jiu-jitsu and MMA are two very, very different things. And he's quite famously Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. And not only is he Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach, he's seeming to try and morph and copy McGregor's antics, certainly his clothing. Although Conor does wear some fucking really nice, cool shit. And Dillon Danis is like the poor second-hand, overwashed, hand-me-down version, because his clothes are fucking terrible, okay? But he's trying to be Conor so hard, it's laughable. And he even said at the weekend, after this weekend, I will own Bellator. You know, that sounds vaguely like a line where Conor said, I will own boxing. So
it's also a little different. I mean, look, owning Bellator just isn't really that impressive of a thing. I will own.
It's like, yeah, so what? You own Bellator.
Come this weekend, I will own that laundromat.
Listen, he got the job done again. That was really quick. He got a toe hold at, like, I don't know, 90 seconds. So well done, well done. Can't hate too much, but it's just, you know, God bless him. He's 1-0 against someone I'd never heard of.
Yeah, Kyle Walker. And I guess
Kyle Walker. You know, it's like, come on, slow your roll, pal. God bless you. Well done. Good job. Excellent MMA debut against someone I've never heard of. But there's world-class fighters out there, buddy. You know, so
I guess he was brought into McGregor's camp when he was rematching with Nate Diaz. He is, I guess he has IBJJF world titles, brown belt, and no-gi gold medals, blah, 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 black belt. So, yeah, he's the real deal when it comes to jiu-jitsu. But, you know, we'll see. I don't know. You know, look, here's the thing. I think that we need more people that are at least trying. I'll stay consistent with this because I don't really know that much of his interviews. I know that he has been trying to talk shit the same way that McGregor does. But look, these guys, I think that's a part of the business now, is to make a name for yourself, get some heat, get some eyes on you. You know, I can't hate on a guy that's trying to do it.
No, for sure. No, agreed. Because people are talking about him, and normally when you make an MMA debut, you wouldn't be on the televised version of the main card, and you wouldn't attend the press conference afterwards. So what you said is absolutely right. Definitely making headlines. Doesn't mean that you can't find that person annoying, though, Lewis.
That's also true. Yeah.
Doesn't mean that he's not an irritating, annoying fuck. You know what I mean? That he's purely ripping off his teammate and friend. Yeah. Which again, fair enough. You know, he looks at Conor, obviously looks up to him and respects him as he should, and he sees him and sees the success, the wild success that Conor's had, and he's like, shit, worked for him. You know, it's going to work for me. And of course, in this day and age of modern mixed martial arts, that is almost par for the course. You know, you see guys like Colby Covington, you know, trying to do the same thing as well, because it does generate headlines. You know, and as I say, we're sitting here on this podcast discussing a guy that just made his MMA debut at the weekend that realistically, well, not realistically, I'll tell you for a fact, we wouldn't even know his name. So he is actually doing something right, but it does annoy me and get on my tits.
Well, and then how much is it due to the fact that he's making a name for himself and talking shit, or how much is it that he just has Conor McGregor shine because he's Conor McGregor's boy, and really anybody that would be in Conor's camp that is close to him that even tried a little bit, I feel like would probably be given an opportunity.
Those
are some big coattails.
At the end of the day, some big what? Some big coattails. Yeah. I thought he said cocktails. I said, who's drinking cocktails? At the end of the day, he is, you know, by all accounts, a bit of a phenom in the jiu-jitsu world. You know, multiple-time world champion, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So therefore, he has his own skill set, and there's a reason why he was brought into Conor's camp. So you got to give him credit for that. I'm just saying, with the clothes, with the talk, with everything, it's just a carbon copy of everything Conor does. You know, but as I say, we're talking about him, so it's working, and he probably knows that this kind of behavior, as it did with me, encourages more people to want to see you get knocked out than win. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stop saying at the end of the day. I feel like I've said it 5 times. At the end of the day, we're talking about him. Simple as that. So whatever he's doing, the bullshit that he's doing, the shit that he's spewing is working.
Do you have an issue with, because it seems like, because you've kind of said this about Colby Covington before, you've said it about a few other people. Do you sort of take issue with people that are kind of coming off disingenuous with the way that they talk shit, or the way that they're, where it seems contrived. Because that's, I think, the knock on Colby, maybe the knock on Dillon Danis here, where it's like, it's just not real. They see what happens with Conor, they see the opportunities that he gets because of the way that he is, and they go, cool, I'm going to emulate that. And you're not that guy. You were sort of the first, one of the first guys that had a villain role, or sort of the heel role in mixed martial arts. But you were always sort of, a pretty genuine dude. You just talk shit, and the cameras caught what they caught. So do you kind of take issue with that fact?
I don't know, actually. I don't know if I do. I don't think that's what it is. I think with Colby Covington, you can clearly see that he's trying a little hard, but no doubt he is a prick. So maybe it's not an act. And for me, back in the day as well, I was certainly acting a certain way. I would speak a certain way, but that's because I was going to fight somebody, and if you're going to fight them, then it becomes personal. And this Dillon Danis, I don't know. It was just annoying, to hear somebody that hasn't made the pro MMA debut yet saying, after this weekend, I will own Bellator. Come on. That's annoying. I don't think many people look at that and go, this guy's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Look at this confidence. It's incredible. You think, oh, God, give me a break. Anyway, talking to Nick Newell, I mentioned Nick Newell before, and we were saying, should he get, I said before, I mean last week, we were talking about if Nick Newell, the one-handed MMA fighter that's only ever been beat by Justin Gaethje, does he deserve a shot in the UFC? And I think it was a resounding yes. Mm-hmm. But now Dana White's come out and said that he can fight, he can have a fight on Dana White Contender Series, looking for a fight. So, yeah, what do you think of that, Lewis?
I think it's great. Good for him. We said that last week. I think we, I think that if it's a dude who, is of sound mind and body, technically sound mind and body, and is willing to go out there and put it on the line, give him the shot. If he could win enough to get in there, I think it's great. It's a very inspirational story. It's not, look, he deserves a shot way more than CM Punk.
100%. Listen,
he fought he walked the line.
I think, but we're not going to spend too much time on this because obviously we talked about it last week. But we did talk about it last week. So as a follow up, he's getting a fight. Dana White Contender Series, who's not in the UFC yet. A good friend of mine, Jalen Turner, who's a lightweight, trains down at the Ruka training headquarters in Costa Mesa. He's got a fight on the Dana White Contender Series as well. So, yeah, this is a big opportunity for these guys. Not everybody gets a contract. You got to win your fight. And even then, I'm not even sure if you get a contract. So, yeah, best of luck to him. Best of luck to him. I wish him all the best. I really do. Yeah. I think it's inspirational. Somebody like that obviously had people laughing at him or people thinking, you can't do this. I remember when I said I was going to turn professional, I had my fair share of people talking behind my back, thinking, Jesus Christ, this guy's out of his mind. So what? He's a bit of a handy guy. He can handle himself in a fight. But this is different. This is professional. And those people, they're not laughing now. They're not talking shit now. And no doubt there's him. With only one hand with obvious disability, I'm sure he experienced the same thing as well. So, as I say, full credit to this guy.
Yeah, well, good for him, man, and good for Dana White for giving him the opportunity. And I think sometimes people put it in the category of a freak show fight, the same way they would put it in the category of CM Punk, or sort of just like an angle that they're trying to get. And that's not what this is. I don't think it is at all. I think the fact that Dana White is even saying, fine, let's do looking for a fight and really prove it, because if you look at his record, he is 14-1, but the only person of note that has a name, I should say, because I'm sure they're all of note, they're professional fighters, but the only person that has a name is Justin Gaethje on there, that I've heard of anyway. I believe the only guy that's fought in the UFC. So he, Dana White is truly having him step up and take the opportunity, and sometimes guys are giving an easy path, i.e., Sage Northcutt, and then sometimes guys have to go and take that fucking opportunity. And I think it is more valuable in life to be a guy that has to earn those opportunities and take those opportunities over and over again. And it means a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sage Northcutt, whilst he was giving some easy fights, you got to remember they matched him up with Mickey Cole pretty quickly. And Mickey Cole is no walk in the park for anybody, So, yeah. And I don't think they're looking at Nick Newell as a gimmick. You know, I mean, if anything, I mean, that is a disability. So it's you know, he's got to prove his way. If he wins, God bless him. Welcome to the UFC. And I look forward to seeing him on that roster and achieving his dreams. I think it's amazing because so many people that have disabilities think they can't do it. They tell themselves no. They think I'm not good enough. You know, our society tells them that they're not good enough, and they feel that they don't belong there. They don't deserve to be there. Well, here's a man that's defied all the odds. And here he is, hopefully going to be fighting in the UFC at some point in the near future. So I think it's an amazing story.
All right, real quick, let's talk about Dollar Shave Club, which is just incredible. Here's the thing. Everyone knows Dollar Shave Club. They have incredible razors. My girlfriend, this is the funniest thing of all, she stole my Dollar Shave Club razor and just became a member with our promo code because she said it's the best razor she's ever used in her entire life. She doesn't even know if they have female razors. We got to look that up if they have female razors too, Shannon, because she specifically got mine and now she's like, fuck that, I'm just doing Dollar Shave Club. So the razors are incredible. Everyone knows that. But they have a lot of other stuff, dude. They got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, hair gel. Everything that you need to make, you know, to groom yourself, make yourself feel and look good. And the quality of all of the stuff is incredible. Michael, I know that they sent you a little care package. You've been using it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge fan. This sounds a little surprising maybe to some people. I'm a huge fan of the Amber and Lavender Calming Body Cleanser, believe it or not. It smells very good. And as you say about the razors, very smooth. I don't use razors, but I use them on my neck, you know, a little bit down here. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of the time I get like a bit of a rash afterwards. And yeah, not with those. They're so sharp. They're fantastic. So here's how you guys can get involved. Dollar Shave Club. And they do a massive range of products. You name it, these guys do it. For just $5. $5, you can get their daily essentials starter set. It comes with body cleanser, one wipe Charlie's, their amazing butt wipes, their world famous shave butter, and the best razor, the 6-blade executive. Keep the blades coming for a few more bucks a month and